Hey everyone, I hope everybody had a great day today. Welcome to Changes Ahead, and every day is a blessing. And if you're still here and still alive, God has a purpose for you to be here, and you're the one that's going to make a difference. So I thought I'd talk about stress today, and I've gone through some stressful things in my life, and I'm a little bit stressful this week. It's been very, very, you know, difficult at times, but I've learned to handle my stress very well. I've learned to speak positively and think positively and have faith that it will work out in my best interest and work out better than I could ever expect. And even when things don't look that way, they look pretty grim, you know. So, um, you got to cast those things on the Lord. And, in Matthew 11:26 to 30, 28 to 30, come to me, all who labor and have heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest in your souls. So, that was something that I've done many, 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 many times when I've been in a very stressful, environment or situation, a lot of times you're being tested. But um, it's funny because you don't realize a lot of the times you've spoke this into existence, and you got to be very careful what you say, because when things start getting heavy, you start complaining, and when you start complaining, you start getting more of what you're complaining about, and that builds more stress and more stress. So it could be money. Money's a big one. Trust, that's another one. Just little things. I'll give you a little story. I got a Cadillac, and it's a very nice car. I'm very, very blessed, very grateful to have it. And I just had it detailed, and I'm pretty much just going to get it ready and tarp it and put it away for the winter. And I had to go move the car and go to start it, and click, 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 click. What? What do you mean click, click, click? It's running great, right? So I'm pretty handy in the automotive, and so I got out the multimeter, checked the battery, and it's low, and so I unplug the negative, and I check the battery, and it's like it needs to be charged. So I charge it up, and I give it about 15, 20 minutes, and I test it, and it's up to charge. And put the multimeter on it, and I'm watching it go from 1250 to 1249 to 1248, 47, 46. So it's got a drain. So I thought, what's the best thing to do is I'll take it in and have a professional company, put their machine on it, and it will tell me if the battery's good or bad. And so sure enough, the battery was tested, and it was bad. So okay, didn't really want to blow $220, but you get stuck, and this happens to all of us, right? So okay, you dish out the $220, and you take it back, and I put it back in the car, and thinking, okay, well, the problem's solved now, right? Got a new brand new battery. So click, 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 click. I was like, what? It's like, so your stress meter starts to go up, right? Like you start panicking a little bit. It's like, what? So I can't figure out, like with the newer cars, there's so many electronics, there's so many relays and solenoids and fuses and extra jumper cable. There's so many things that you have to test. So I did a lot of that, and I got to the conclusion that all the relays are good, all the fuses are good, but I can't figure it out. So that's when it's time to just step back. So I stepped back and just went on to something else. And sure enough, it's on the back of your mind, but it's starting to chew on you a little bit. You want to get this taken care of. It's on your list. This has to get done. And so it's kind of gotten in the way of your progress. So that this is, to me, is a small stress. But in my mind, I just prayed, Lord, I know it'll work out. I pray that you guide me to the right people, put the right things on my heart, so I make the right decisions, call the right people. But I just let it go for a while, and I go on to doing other things in preparation of what I got to do. And so it came to me to call the service guy down the road, and he's done great service for me in the past. And he called me back, and I explained to him my situation. So he said, I can come up tomorrow, which was today, and I'll bring one of those like iPad type of computers that they can plug into your car, and they can read deeply into the computer of the car, which I have a little kind of a code reader, but it doesn't go too far. It can just read basic code. So anyhow, he comes today, and this is a funny story, but he goes through it all, and he goes, there's no codes, and it's just that the clicking, it doesn't make sense. And the battery's fully charged, and he goes, there's got to be something stupid. And so he comes out, and he's looking at it, and he looks, we got a flashlight. It was a little dark in the area, so we shine down beside the battery box, and he pulls out a red cable, and he goes, what's this? And I go, I think that might be our problem, right? So, instead of stressing out over it and losing my marbles and just, cussing and swearing and jumping up and down and expelling every ounce of energy I got, I had faith that it would work out. And sure enough, the remedy came easy and effortless. He came, he goes toot 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 toot, and he puts it on. He goes, try it, boom, the car starts. So I mean, that's just one particular story. The old me would have been flipping out. The old me would have been, for F's sakes, I would have been really let it get into the root of my soul and drain my energy and get me all up flustered and get my heart rate going and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't allow that anymore. And I'm just here to encourage you that, having faith, that means it will work out without knowing. And that's what God, he says, like when you believe, you're believing in something you can't even see. But once you have some experiences, then you start having trust. And then when you have trust, that builds your faith. And this has happened to me many times over. So when you're in a sticky situation, just relax. Just step back. Take a couple deep breaths. Talk to God. Pray on it. Walk away from the situation, if it's an argument or whatever it is, but it will work out. You just need to walk away, let it cool, let it calm down, let it really just chill out, and then revisit it again with a clearer mind and a more focused, determined mindset, and you'll see how things will start working out better for you. I was going to say, in the past, how I learned a lot of things is from trial and error. And in my business, I used to say, to a client, I'd say, oh man, I am so super busy right now. I can't, it's going to be, you're 6 weeks before I can fit you in. I'm just so busy. And what I found when I spoke that, holy smokes, I was that busy. It was too busy to the point of stress. And going through those challenges and going through those battles and not realizing that you were pretty much causing it yourself, because that's what you're focused on. I started saying things like, I'm so grateful that I'm just steady. I have steady workflow. Uh, I have great clients. They value my work, and I just changed my way of thinking, my way of speaking. And then, at the end of it also is you got to thank the Lord too, because He's the one who gives you that wisdom and knowledge. So those are just some little tips of, you know, helping you get through some stress. It's just you got to look at things in a different viewpoint. Um, Getting upset and freaking out and expelling every ounce of energy and you know having huge arguments or whatever the case may be, it's not doing any good for anyone. And so it's only tearing you apart inside. So that, once you step back and read some of the scriptures that I mentioned, like there's another one here in Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. So when you do run into tricky, stressful, and sometimes I'm going to call them tests, turn to the Lord. Say, Lord, I don't know how to deal with this. Put it on my heart. Take this anxiety from me. A lot of times just walk away, and revisit it later and cool off. And it always works out, doesn't it? It does. It always works out. So I hope this encouraged you a little bit today, and I was, just thought I'd smile and be joyful and happy, because everything worked out for me today, and to share this story. And I'm just, thanks for watching. Give me I guess it's the thumbs up, and if you have any comments, put them in my comments. I'd love to chat with people and correspond with each other on your point of view with things. So it's great, and thanks, and God bless you. Check out my new book, Follow Your Passion. It will lead you to your purpose. Change your mindset and help stop you from reacting to stressful situations. Have peace and joy and be inspired. It's available on Amazon, paperback, and in Kindle.